guy. You just have an old guy sitting in a rocking chair, drinking a beer or something. You know, a beer.
Some guy picking on a banjo.
Pretty much. But surprisingly, no one lives in the interior here. It's all around the coast, man. Everyone lives around the coast and in the cities. Yeah. So no one lives out in the bush.
So it's pretty like treacherous to try to drive through the center of Australia, I bet.
Yeah, a lot of unmade roads.
Not a lot of towns or nothing out there.
No. I've always wanted to drive to Uluru, but I was always worried that if I broke down, I'd get stranded, I could die. You know, so.
You would get attacked by like marauders, like the movie Mad Max.
No, like there wouldn't be. There'd be hardly any people there anyway. But you know, there's nothing empty.
It's kind of mind-boggling how much of Australia is just empty.
Yeah.
Man, imagine if you got lost out there.
Yeah, I have actually been lost
in the United States like that too. I mean, a vast wilderness is a vast wilderness.
You know, I went for a bushwalk one day. This is going back 5 years ago, and I almost got lost in the bush. And luckily, I didn't even take any water with me. And luckily, I knew that because I was out in the national park. But then the national park ended and it turned into farms, and there was no signs telling me to go back or anything like that. So I just kept going through the farms. And then I found this road, and then I kind of felt that I wasn't where I was, and I was a bit disorientated. So I knocked on the door and I said, "Look, can I use your phone?" Luckily, this lady answered, and she goes, "Oh, look, can I use your phone?" And I think she let me use her phone, and I rang my parents, and they came and picked me up, and I asked her what her address was. And apparently I walked a fair distance. I walked probably about 10 Ks to the next town, and I didn't even know it. So, and my parents had to pick me up, and they said, "Oh, you don't ever do that again. You scared us out of our wits. You could have been bitten by a snake. You could have, you could have, killed yourself, or, done something, that you injured yourself or whatever, so."
Right. Yeah.
Enzia.
I imagine, yeah, if you get out in the wilderness like that, man, you don't know where you are. You could get lost. People die.
That's why I don't, if I'm going out to the wilderness, I try to go with someone, or even if I go swimming, I tell someone that I'm going or where I'm going, just in case,
A lot of people die in the deserts out here. They get stuck out, lost.
Sometimes it's better just to stay home.
Yeah,
you can get dehydrated. You can get dehydrated just walking the streets of town.
Ken Rotman in the house.
Ken Rotman. How's it going, Ken?
We lost him. There he is.
G'day, guys.
Koala Ken. How are the koalas hanging?
Picked up Hyman yesterday from the ferry, and he stayed the night.
Nice. So how was that go?
A bit around.
Nice. Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Good. He got to meet
some
of
like
the food here.
Like a fucking castaway. Ken Rodman lives on an island like a castaway.
Oh, God. Yeah, I got lots of food here, though, if you're a hunter. Lots of rabbits. Geese.
Yeah.
Oysters.
Yeah, I guess there are a lot of rabbits in Australia because there's like not many predators to kill them.
Oh, we got heaps of them here.
If you like.
I was thinking of getting a slingshot and start killing a few for meat.
Right, because here there's like a lot of predators that kill the rabbits, coyotes, bobcats,
just got this speaker thing. Modern technology.
Cars running them over. It keeps the rabbit population at a normal population. But the weasels will eat the babies. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of predators for the rabbits here in the United States.
with
there's
South, with South Park, Eric. You remember that episode of Future Self and Me? This guy comes from the future and he stands like, well, I'm going to cut off my hand, and if my future self doesn't feel the pain or his hand doesn't fall off, then it's not him. And then his future self cuts off his own hand as he's about to do it. That's why I call myself.
I think I might have seen that one, but that's
why I call myself Ozzy from the future, because it's like a nod to Back to the Future and even from the South Park episode.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I think I've seen that one where Stan's future self.
Future self and me.
Yeah. He's like trying to get his future self to stay at his folks' house or whatever.
Yeah, his parents are like, oh, we don't want you to smoke pot and do drugs and all that. His future self did that, but his future self is like an actor.
Doesn't want to get a job or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, but his future self is like an actor hired by a top secret military thing. That's fucking hilarious.
I didn't want to get a job either, man. I can't blame him, man. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck getting a job.
If you can get away without having a job, then good on you.
I don't know, like even last week, like I had to do this assessment at work and I failed it, right? And I have to go and do it again. And then my supervisor's like, oh, don't worry, I'll just give you the answers and you can pass it. I'm like, yeah, right, thanks for that. It's like the whole thing is just so dumb. And he goes, oh, they see you without this accreditation, then you might not be able to work. I'm like, oh, great, that'll be great, wouldn't it? But got to do it. But it's a bit annoying. Just adds more stress to your day. You don't want to be stressed out.
Yeah, but it seems that's the way the world is, man. It's there to stress you the fuck out.
See, I even had my neighbour's dog keeps barking all the time, and I do the panic button on my car alarm, and the Jacks came over yesterday and they knocked on my door. I didn't answer the door, but he's like this. He's like really loud, knocking on my door, and I'm on the toilet, and I'm like, I get up off the toilet, and then I look out the door, and he's there. He's standing. I'm like, I'm not answering that door, because he sounds really aggro, and I think I pissed my neighbour off and then they gave me this dog barking report thing in the mail, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. I already liaised with council about it, and they didn't do fuck all. So I'm just going to keep doing my car alarm thing. If the dog starts barking, I don't give a fuck.
It's just
I even dobbed her into the RSPCA, so they're probably going to take the pound's probably going to take away a dog anyway, because obviously she doesn't care for it. She doesn't look after it properly. It barks.
That's why dogs bark, because they don't get proper care.
Yeah. So, and she's old anyway. She's an old cranky bitch. So.
These people that just leave their dogs in the yard without all day long while they go to work and shit. Those are the dogs that bark.
Yeah, I don't mind people having dogs, but just look after them.
Spend time with it, of course.
Yeah. But it's just frustrating. And then I get the third degree from her, and she's yelling at me. It's like, well, nah, you're the one who started this noise. I think she does it on purpose. I think she lets the dog out, and when I'm trying to have some downtime, when I'm trying to sleep, then it just barks, right near my window. So
that's so annoying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it affects your life.
It can affect your sleep, and if you don't get the correct amount of sleep, you can die eventually. So it can get really. You can. It's sleep deprivation. What's that?
We know. Right.
What was that?
I'm worried about snakes.
No, Eric. What were you saying, Eric?
I saw a snake last week. Yeah.
I say, yeah,
You're
you
right
know,
next to it.
it's stress. Stress is not good for you.
Yeah, stress. Yeah. So
Doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily
of
going
course.
to kill you, but yeah, it's going to maybe cause you adverse health effects. It could kill you for sure.
eventually it could, but yeah, but
Maybe you're
you just want to have some quiet
maybe
time, you
you're
know.
you know a sensitive individual and like weak and like that little bit of stress could cause you to fucking have a stroke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why did I laugh at that? That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, no,
So
it's sad
that's
because
sort of what
a
I'm
lot of
dealing
people are
with.
having strokes, man, at a young
We don't
age.
know why. We don't know why.
For no unknown reasons. They can't explain
Yeah.
it. The doctors say we don't know what happened to this person, why he had, or this other person who had a cardiac arrest. You know, it's just that sort of thing has gone up, and it's nobody knows why.
I think I've seen at least one ambulance every day in my area just scream past, you know,
Like
the
now I know
emergency
people, and I've heard people that that I know is affecting their families or having this affect them. You know, they're having heart attacks and they're getting cancer, and nobody really knows why. Mind-boggling. But like my theory is, it has to do with overpopulation. That's for sure. It's all got to do with that, and and we all know that overpopulation is the root cause of climate change. Right? Obvious, of course.
Yeah.
Right? So all the problems boils down to overpopulation, right? Climate change is over here, right? All this problem, but when you look at what's the cause of climate change, bam, overpopulation. So there's only one way to get rid of climate change, right? That's the dilemma we're facing. Because
I think there's something more.
We got to do something about climate change.
There's something more to this than we don't know, and they're not telling us. That's all I can say.
Well,
come on, no, man.
It's also
to me, it's pretty obvious, man. There's no
first month of summer here.
It all makes perfect sense to me. But I'm just fucking. Joe Dirt says, "Bottle up your farts." That's not a bad idea. You're gonna need.
I was thinking of doing that, Joe.
You're gonna need an energy source.
Well, for energy source and for extra coin, I could probably sell my farts for $10,000, and then I could pretend that I'm a woman.
Exactly, they could be counterfeit farts.
Counterfeit farts, yeah, really eggy ones. Weren't you guys talking about this last week? The farts in a jar.
There's that woman online who sells her farts for like $1,000 a jar.
Yeah.
Basically $1,000 a fart. She farts into a jar, seals it up.
That just really drives a stake to your heart, right? I wouldn't even earn $1,000 a week. And then they're farting in jars for $1,000. That's right.
She probably charges more now.
Yeah, economy, inflation. Yeah. Fucking hell. There's tax. There's a fart tax. You can't fart anymore. You can only have 3 farts a day.
Yeah.
Fart tax.
How many good farts can you cut in a day? But, it depends on
I haven't counted.
What you eat, right? That's why I came up with the theory that if you bought a fucking jar of one of her farts, how would you know it was really her fart?
Yeah. But who would be stupid enough to buy someone's fart in a jar? Like, that's got to be
someone who got way too much money.
I like on Idiocracy when she's like, oh, "Where's the Museum of Art?" And the guy's like, he's like, "I got a time machine in my pants."
You know,
And
if I was really rich, you know, if I had money, if I was a cajillionaire, I might fucking be tempted to buy one of her parts. Just to say that I own one, right? Yeah, I still got her part in the jar. And see how the market goes up or down. You know,
it's a commodity. Parts in a jar are going to be a commodity. It's going to be on the stock market soon.
I'm sitting on this fart in a jar, see where the price goes. You know.
It's like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Fart coin.
I still haven't used it. It's still sealed. You know, how long does it last?
On Idiocracy, that woman goes, "Oh, where's the Museum of Art?" And this guy goes, "Oh, why didn't you just say so?" And he's like pointing up, and it says Museum of Art. That's what I'm surprised at the museums. Yeah, the museum. I'm surprised that all the other museums aren't like that. They're not turning into fart factories. Museum of Fart.
Oh God, farts are just always funny.
They're never gonna stop being.
Never gonna stop being funny. What feels better than when you rip a big fucking fart, man? Nothing. Like, oh God, I figured. Oh, that was. Oh, what a relief. Right.
Especially when you rip it off when you're on a CB radio repeater and you're talking to a bunch of fuckwits. Oh, sorry, mate.
Because it hurts that gas building up in your digestive system.
It's got to come out.
And so it's a relief. So
you know what would be really cool if you were able to
so much because like
if you were able to run your house with your farts, like just say if you were able to go to an outlet, like a wall outlet, and just fart on the wall outlet, and then you get free power from your fart. I'd like to see that.
Oh damn, dude! The chat is fucking downgraded.
Loaded like diarrhea. It's the chat's just like it's just exploded like diarrhea.
Diarrhea. I was watching a video earlier about diarrhea. Yeah, that's interesting. What causes diarrhea and stuff?
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting. But yeah,
the government wants to smell pay up.
I've tried talking, but no one seems to hear. So, Joe, I'm not sure if anyone can hear me.
Hang on, I can just hear you, Ken.
That's weird.
How's it going, Ken?
He's got a cell cover, cell signal.
Yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
I don't get phone signal, but I can normally get.
Davey says cow farts are worth the most. God, I bet. If you type cow shit into YouTube, you'll be amazed at how many videos pop up about cow shit.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
I'm on speaker. Got this speaker.
But yeah, cow shit is is a resource all around the world, believe it or not. People use cow shit for everything. It's amazing.
I think someone said it was good for an insulator, like if you dry it out.
I've seen a whole house built out of cow shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's amazing how useful cow shit is. It's like gold almost. A lot of like in India and shit. Indian shit. You can turn it. You can turn it directly into energy. It turns directly into methane gas. Yeah. So yeah, it's amazing how many uses there are for cow shit.
Yeah, but if they're that worried about cows farting, then they should harness the energy and put it into
Exactly.
cars. Or something.
But no,
Have cars run with
part of
methane
the-
or something.
You know, it's part of the,
They've been-
you know, it's part of dehumanization, you know, or, you know, anti-humanism. You know, we depend on the cattle, they fart.
The
But there's lots of other animals that would be living on the earth, right?
70s.
If we didn't own all these cattle. For once, there was millions and millions of buffalo, right? Now there's millions and millions of cattle. They basically same thing, but now it's a problem. You know, it's not. These gases are a natural part of our atmosphere. It's not a problem at all. It is, you know, they just want to create a problem with it. That's what they do, right? They create a problem that doesn't exist. And everybody's fucking stressed out about it. Because they're making it this problem and forcing it upon the population. This imaginary problem.
According to my settings, it says the volume's fine here. I don't know.
Pyman's back.
You keep dropping in and out, Ken. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's hard to get
it was fine last week when I was on.
Are you able to get phone reception?
Not a chemtrail. And hang on,
Are you
I'll turn
able to
off
get
this Bluetooth thing.
Are you able to get phone reception there, Ken?
Yeah, at the moment I've got one. No. Every time an aeroplane comes over, the bars drop out. But I've got 2 bars right now, which is amazing. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear.
No?
We
can
hear you, Ken. We hear you
No
now.
different?
A little better, yeah, better.
Oh, I had the speaker on. The speaker must have been affecting the microphone. Yeah, I just turned it off.
You're coming in louder now.
This thing.
We could see you
this
before,
thing
but
I
we
had
couldn't
on.
hear
I think
you.
it was. Yeah, Annie's not too well. I don't think she's got much longer to go. Didn't even eat any food today. No. So I'm going to have to take her over to the vet on Tuesday. Get some painkillers. But yeah, she's really deteriorated this week. So that's not good.
No, that's
I'm going to have to. I think she's going to go soon.
Yeah. Got to do what you got to do, right? Sadly. I hope that people will do the same for me
I'm not
one
going to
day.
get her put down. Yeah, I'm not going to get her put down yet.
Oh, no.
But I know it's coming.
Not
soon.
yet.
I mean, she might just. A couple of my dogs died just from, without having to be put down, just from the cancer. I've had 3 dogs with cancer now.
But ask yourself, where is all this cancer coming from?
Yeah, dogs and cats never used to get fucking cancer, ever. It's the whole food chain shit. And,
Yeah, there's all kinds
whatever.
of possibilities of why
Signals, all
everything's
these
getting,
signals.
dogs, they have a shorter lifespan, so it.
And it's the V. The V.
One thing I've noticed, there's on the island, my ears aren't ringing hardly. It's like the volume in, that constant ringing I used to get is going away. It's like, wow. I used to get, it'd get that high to make me dizzy, the sound, this high pitch thing, and I know it was all the signals in suburbia, definitely. Wi-Fi's and here, yeah, I think there's 1 cell tower on the island, but I'm far away. So that's good. Yeah, so. But we still get the chemtrails. I can't hear you guys. Are you there?
Yeah, the chemtrails are never ending here.
Just went an awkward silence.
Well,
They're
we're
never going
listening
to stop
to.
spraying. They're going to constantly spray populated areas. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
that.
Well, we're right near Melbourne, so they're spraying there. It's going to come here.
And even
Yeah.
unpopulated areas, who knows what they're,
Oh,
the
everywhere
chances
I've
are.
lived,
But it's obvious what's going on. It's huge.
there's
It's a
no way to
huge
escape.
operation. I mean, God, can you imagine the
Maybe
cajillions of dollars they spend spraying the sky?
they probably don't worry about it in the outback because there's no population to kill off.
It's obvious they put a lot of fucking resources into it.
Yeah.
These clouds here, right? They weren't here like 2 hours ago. It's all sunny. Remember when I showed you?
Yeah, it's a look here, clear. A few clouds coming in there. That one's a bit weird. I don't trust the sunny for clear real fast. But it hasn't hit us yet. I wish it would get cloudy. It's fucking hot here. I tell you.
But yeah, anyway, at least we're heading out of the fucking winter. Winter's in the rearview mirror, finally. Fucking
Well, for you
springtime.
guys, you guys are gonna have a great summer.
Springtime is upon us, finally, man. It really is, dude. It's almost the middle of March, coming up real quick.
Spring is spraying. Yogi Bear.
St. Patty's Day is coming real soon.
I know it's
Remember
March.
that movie?
I know it's March because I'm getting bitten by March flies all the time. It's fucking mongrels.
So yeah, it's just like going into autumn. For you guys are heading into autumn. We're heading into spring.
Yeah. These fucking it is autumn now. Yeah.
You guys are getting darker. We're getting lighter.
Yeah, it's autumn. Yeah, we're in autumn. Fall. You call it fall. We call it.
You guys are on the opposite side of the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
As we into summer, you into fall.
Do you get March flies where you are, Ozzy?
But,
March flies. We call it. Some people call them. Some people call them midges.
They're known as sandflies too.
Yeah, people call them. People call them. Yeah, people call them midges as well. They call them midges in South Australia. Yeah, I remember going to Robe in South Australia at a caravan park there, and they had heaps of midges there. I think we get them here, but not that much.
Midges are these tiny little things that bite you.
Midges.
Yeah, the sandflies are
they were the same thing as the sandflies. I think we do get them, but they're not. They're more so on the coast.
Here we call midges these little thrift things that bite you. But the March flies here are massive. The giant bastards. They're all
carnivorous flies.
They're just.
You know what I've seen a lot of? I've seen a lot of dragonflies. Almost got bitten by a dragonfly.
Yeah. Oh, everywhere.
Dragonflies are awesome.
Yeah, I love them. Yeah,
that's more of a. It's more of a Queensland thing. We don't usually get them. So. And I've seen a lot of, those little lizards. What are they called? Skinks.
Skinks, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading meters. I was reading meters the other day. I was reading meters the other day, and they hide underneath the meter.
Yeah,
I was only going to tell
you everything.
Yeah. Now here I had
those here down around Denver in the plains.
I had a big lizard here. It was about a 2-foot long lizard.
They live on the rocks and shit.
This lizard the other day, it come out from under my caravan. And it was about 2 foot long, and I thought it was a snake. And Bruno just stood on it, and I pulled him back, and then realised it was a big blue-tongued lizard. Yeah, thank God. But then a few days later, I'm walking up Annie, just near the caravan, and I just about stood on a snake's tail. It slithered off into the bushes. And I think it's a black snake. It was pretty dark.
Poisonous?
Just here, yeah. Bloody snakes and lizards. The lizards are fine.
Snakes they're usually will stay away from humans.
They try to get away from you.
If you step on one, though, yeah, it'll bite you.
Oh, tigers are bad. They'll stand up. They'll fight you. If you stood on a tiger's tail,
Yeah, if you accidentally step on a snake, yeah, you could get bit.
I remember standing on a snake's tail
Yeah.
and it swung around to bite me, but the tree, it was going around this tree, so I had to stand on the tail so it couldn't reach me coming back at me. And then waited for it to sort of turn the
I
other
was
way.
fascinated by snakes, man. When I was a kid, I used
They
to
are
really be
fascinating.
fascinated by snakes. Some of my friends had snakes and shit. I used to catch snakes and keep them.
Well, if Bruno or Annie are bitten, you know, dogs are pretty much dead because it's going to take too long to get someone here. I do know a guy who has anti-venom on the island, but it's half an hour away. I've got to get his phone number in case because Jeff can come here. It's handy to know. I'm starting to know all the people who, you know, I know the guy who can help you with your animal if it's bitten by a snake. I know another one who's just up the hill. God, this guy's well set up. He's got little wind turbines to run his power. He's got diesel generators, solar panels everywhere, every position you can imagine on his roof. All his cattle.
He's got it together. Look, he's ready for
like
the fucking.
He raises cattle. He raises cattle for slaughtering, and I think you can actually go parts in a cow if you want. Like go 4 quarters in a cow. Yeah. But you need a freezer. I haven't got a freezer. But there's plenty of wild geese. We got these rare wild geese here.
Yeah.
They're extinct on the mainland of Australia. There's none on Australia anymore, but on the native to this island, they'll become protected here. And they're gigantic grey geese. I've never seen any like them before. They're really cool.
So you're not allowed to eat them?
Nah, they're protected. But I'm sure. But there is so many. I'm sure there's a few people out here who would be taking a geese every now and then.
Here and there.
They taste the cross between chicken and fish. Someone told me.
Bald eagle, chicken and fish. Oh, that sounds delicious.
They don't taste great, apparently. I mean, if you got something,
it's better than starvation.
Yeah, but plenty of rabbits here, Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
because
really
there's no.
I don't really have eaten rabbit.
There's no foxes here to take care of the rabbits, so they got no. The only thing that takes care of the rabbits are feral cats. We got feral cats here, and they're probably the only thing that keeps the rabbit population down. And these bloody forestry people have set up all these cat traps, and they're like a rabbit trap, but with this leather rubber thing on it, so it doesn't actually break the paw. And Bruno got his bloody paw caught in one, and had it just near the start of this track. And there's Bruno stuck in this bloody trap, and I'm trying to figure out how you open the friggin' thing, and he's biting me hand, he's freaking out, and I finally got the strap off him, thinking he's broken his foot or something, and no, but he come good a few days later. He's limping a little bit, just bruised. But, you know, those things, you know, they should be banned. They want to catch feral cats. Use a cage, because there's a lady here who goes around and checks the traps every morning to make sure no koalas are caught in them, you know? And
that's just cruel, man. That's just fucking cruel, man.
But it's a stupid idea anyway, because like
and they kill
I know there was a guy that lived on Kangaroo Island. They had like a documentary on feral cats on Kangaroo Island, and he hunted them, but he trapped them, and then he just got a rifle and shot them. He just put a bit of food in this cage, and the trap door when the cat goes into the cage, the trap door shuts, and there's food there for it, and then he comes around later on and shoots it in the head.
Well, a cat's only going to go. You know, like all the native animals, except for lizards, won't go for the food for the cat. You know, all the koalas and that, they're not going to go for the stuff in the cage, you know, so they're all right. But At least if an animal does end up in there, it's not going to be a
I just
native.
think it's a silly idea to do that.
Oh, for lizards. It'd kill a lizard, snap its neck.
Ugh.
It's just in New South Wales they're banned. They're not allowed to use them.
Makes you wish sometimes
Lee-
it makes you wish there were human traps out there.
Yeah.
No,
That'll
there
be
are.
You know what? The people on the island here, they don't like the forest rangers because 70% of the island's national park, and so they play pranks on them. Like, so I brought a dead fox over, put it on the side of the road. So they sent like 200 people out here to try to find foxes, and there wasn't any foxes here. It was just a prank, just to mess with the forestry, you know. Give them something to do. Because they do fuck all. You know, they get paid a fortune to just sit around at the general store and the only store, drink coffee, and set traps. That's all they do, really. Well, they clear it a bit, so bushfires. We've had a
That's the
bushfire
kind of
here.
job I need. I should go on the island and just do that job. Set traps.
Yeah, it sucks. So the whole world is just a trap.
Working for the forestry it's a real bludge working for the Forestry Commission. No, they don't, you know, all they do is go around driving around the bush and doing fuck all. And, oh, yeah, that
That'd be
bit
a
needs
perfect job
clearing.
for
We'll get the fire brigade. They don't do any clearing. They get the fire brigade to do it. You know.
Yeah, but the fire brigade
Yeah.
don't even do it. They do it. You know what they do? They're burning off now when they have a bushfire. That's fucking stupid.
This is the worst time to burn it. We're getting summer now in March. I can't believe it. It's still hot as fuck here. 10 days of heat. But it's starting to cool down now, which is nice. There's a beautiful breeze. Yeah, so yeah, I've had the geese come up here, and same as I've got peacocks everywhere, which is fantastic because snakes keep right away from peacocks because peacocks, as soon as they see a snake, they're onto it. They kill it. So
Yeah.
there's like 50 peacocks roaming around, you know, and
They eat snakes.
it's great because they keep the snakes back. Oh yeah,
That's nature's
these
balance.
tourists. I picked up these two young girls. Who come over camping for 5 days on the island. The whole 5 days it was rainy and cold. Poor things. And the day they left, it became real nice and sunny. And they saw a snake, but it's a copperhead. You just get copperheads over there, don't you, Eric?
Uh-huh.
But these
I never seen
our
them in the
copperheads,
southern United States.
yeah, they're real yellow, like really bright yellowish colour. But they're very timid. They're dangerous, just as dangerous as a brown, I think. You know, they can kill you, but they won't normally bite you. They just want to get away from you.
Yeah.
But I didn't know much about copperheads. I didn't see any. I've seen one in the whole fucking last 30 years. I saw one copperhead.
Yeah.
And it,
Around here, the only dangerous snake we have are
copperhead,
rattlesnakes. They're not that dangerous. If you get bit by a rattlesnake, odds are you will be fine.
Joe Dirt's saying,
rattlesnakes.
I'm reading the comments.
Rattlesnakes were nice.
Joe Dirt's saying, wet pussy, you lucky dog, Rotman.
Wet pussy.
You're doing better than me, Rotman. I haven't picked up any ladies in years, mate.
Yeah, they're beautiful girls. One was from the UK and the other was from California.
Beautiful.
One was from England, one was from California. And yeah, they were going to miss the ferry if I hadn't have picked them up, because I was on my way to the ferry too. And I had these 2 gas bottles I had to get filled. These, you know, what do you call them? Propane bottles. And they helped me carry them along the jetty, and they're real helpful, you know. And Yeah, it's nice. Some of the tourists are really nice. You know, some of the Asian ones come over and they're all so friendly. And just to see a koala, they come all the way from Japan or China to see a koala, and they always do. I mean, I see koalas every day. Data warning: you've used 2 GB. Yeah, so yeah, I go
Simon says
down the
more
jetty
tourists know
sometimes.
more about the island than Victorians. Wow.
It's so good here. Cops aren't allowed on the island,
Yeah.
you know, unless it's a special. You know,
Special
they're gonna make a
occasion.
fortune off. Yeah, they want to drag you into court and make money off you. You know,
Well, yeah, it's the same
revenue,
way
you
here.
know, if it's going to get them good revenue. They tried to pull people over here once, you know. Everyone told them to go fuck themselves, you know. It's no, you don't own these roads. This is government road. Get lost. They
Yeah.
couldn't do nothing. This 90-year-old woman they pulled over was the only one they got. And she said, I've been living here all my life and I've never fucking had a license, but I don't need a fucking license here. These are our roads, not yours. Go back home. And they did. They gave up in the end because no one was taking them serious. Yeah, it's funny
Right.
as
Sounds like people
all
have
these
a real.
cars.
Sounds like some real
All these
people that live
cars.
there.
Yeah, they don't fall for the bullshit. Most of them, you know, they're sick of society and
Yeah,
that's it.
that sounds like the kind of
Pretty
person
much.
that would be attracted to that lifestyle. You know.
So, yeah, all on the same page. We're all on
Simon says all the
the
cars
same
are Mad
page,
Max
really,
style.
which is good. Yeah.
Most have no exhaust. Awesome.
The other good thing. The other good thing. The other good thing here, Eric, Aussie, is there's no law about marijuana. You can grow and smoke as much as you want.
That's a
It's
bonus.
pretty cool.
If you're in
Very
the
good.
thing.
Probably one of the only places in Australia that it's not legal. I mean that it's
You know,
legal.
and that's the way it should be everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, marijuana is just the smallest problem in the world. But how many people are in so much trouble over it is ridiculous.
Oh, they could kill people in their car when they're stoned.
You know, it's
They let
a
people
to me it's not a drug, it's a medication.
I admit it's not for everyone. Some people can't handle it.
People don't smoke weed and beat the shit out of their old lady, right? It just doesn't happen. But alcohol is perfectly legal. And that's the number one contributor to domestic violence.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a mate who had
people
a sticker on his car.
Beat the shit out of each other and their,
yes,
and their spouses. But alcohol is perfectly legal.
He said yes. He had a sticker. A guy had a sticker on his car, a mate of mine. That said, yes, I smoke marijuana. He said, yes, I smoke marijuana, but I don't drink and beat up my wife. Something along that line. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, you know, and which one is legal and which one is ridiculous? To believe that cannabis is a problem in any way, shape, or form is ridiculous, in my opinion. It just doesn't go to their agenda. It doesn't fit in with their way they want us to live.
Some people can't smoke it because they say it just makes them go to sleep.
It makes people lazy. It's not true.
And with some of the youngins, if they start too young, they become lazy little fuckers. Wouldn't do anything.
Do you believe that?
One of these young
maybe it's true.
Smokers, yeah.
Lazy little fuckers.
I was able to go to work. I could go to work, smoke bongs all day, and get all the shit done I had to, and these other idiots would be smoking and just sitting down being lazy pricks, and I'd be saying, "Come on, get taken." My younger brother is a bit one of them. He doesn't smoke now, so it's evil now because he doesn't smoke anymore.
Ozzy's back.
Hey,
I got
Ozzy,
Why are you
disconnected.
hanging out down there?
where did you go? What
My
happened?
bad.
Tell me.
No, it disconnected. I don't know. I had to come
No,
back in.
I just noticed he was. It's hard to see so many people. Not too many, but
Yeah, Joe should come in, and Gordon, and Hyman can't make it because he hasn't got a phone, so he wasn't at home. And
Hyman's in the chat.
he's back. Yeah, of course it's not that far from Heathrow. It's about 45 minutes from where Hyman lives to get to the
You
ferry.
can't drive fast because the roads are shit. Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, you don't want to drive.
I'd really like to travel to Melbourne to see what it's like.
Yeah, I'll give you a grand tour.
I'm
I'll show you all the
sure
Freemason places. You know, I know all the Masonic places in Melbourne. You know,
sounds like a lot like Southern California, maybe.
Yeah, it's similar. It's very similar. The weather's very similar, and the people are very similar.
Melbourne
But
people
different.
are very nice people,
But no,
right?
Southern California is like mountains and deserts and shit.
Most Melbourne people are beautiful.
We got them
people.
too.
Yeah.
When I went to Melbourne last year, and I just couldn't believe how helpful and nice everyone was. Everyone I spoke to in the city, I was just like, there is good people in the world, fuck, you know.
Huh.
And whenever I needed directions or help, everyone was so anxious to help, you know. That's pretty much how it's always been, you know. But now that people are becoming apathetic in certain areas, and I get a bit apathetic here, actually. It makes you forget about everything living here. It's weird. You start. That's how to explain it. Yeah. It's like I'm living the apocalypse, and you know, I'm off grid. There's no power anymore. You know, I got to get petrol for
Yeah, that's
4 days.
Ken-
I got to get petrol for the generator.
He's just slightly
I'm
ahead
using
of the
a-
rest of us. He's already made the leap into the next stage of society, the apocalypse.
A business. I'm gonna have to get the apocalypse gear out. I've got all these.
We all got to get used to living like Ken is now. No electricity. You know, you got to live like.
It's not fun.
It's
All the
not.
time.
You know, yeah.
It's the cat water. That's
But
fun.
it's survival, right? It's survival.
I
don't know how well I would survive if I was in your shoes, Ken. I don't know if I could handle it, man.
Look, even the Aboriginal friends of mine, when I was living off the grid before this, they oh, Ken, I don't know how you do it. A lot of them don't walk about.
I've lived too cushy of American life all my life, man. It's be hard for me to go live off
Spoiled
grid.
bastard.
I've always had all the amenities.
Yeah. I do like the amenities. I get it, but I haven't had a shower.
You know, the amenities are real expensive.
I haven't had a
nowadays.
shower for 6 weeks, but you know, I've become Rastafarian. You know, you don't need a shower, man. Hey, man.
You know,
No, it's weird. The less you shower, the more your natural oils take over, and the less you smell. People use all these detergents all over them, and get out of the shower, and then they spray themselves with aluminum, and you know, 4 hours later they stink like shit. You know?
yeah.
But I don't smell Like my sweat does.
Showering too much is not good for you, really.
No, it's the same as brushing your teeth. A dentist told me only brush your teeth.
Shower not enough is not good for you. So it's a balance.
I went to a dentist once and he told me not to use toothpaste because it's got fluoride in it, and that was in the 70s. And
I don't use fluoride
ever
toothpaste.
since then, I've used baking powder and charcoal, and I've still got all my teeth except for a few back ones.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then this doctor, I got all my teeth, and this doctor fucking asked me, 2 years back, do you use intravenous drugs? I go, where did that come from, mate? What are you talking about? He's a Chinese doctor. He goes, I just want to know if you are into intravenous drugs. And I go, no, I'm fucking against that shit, mate. Like, that's a big insult to me. I'm wearing short sleeves, mate. I've still got all my teeth. You want to check me body for fucking marks? I said, I fucking have fought those fuckers. But anyway, because I've had wars with junkies, I've declared war on them once for a year. And it was a bad time, but I won. I won in the end. I had a bit of help, but yeah, they never messed with me ever again. I tell you. They used to walk across the road when they'd see me. Yeah, because they were trying to fuck with me and my friends' lives.
Yeah. Ozzy from the future is back.
Hey, back from the future,
Really?
Ozzy. Yeah. No, I feel like I've stepped in the future too. Like a Mad Max level.
But all we know for sure is that we will be here March 5th, right? You guys are in March 5th?
No?
It's today.
What's
You guys are in March 5th, right?
March 5th is today.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're in March 4th.
Marching into the future.
We're still in March 4th here in the United States. See? So you guys are in the future.
When I went to Melbourne, I met up with a girl mate of mine I'd known for years, since the 80s, and her daughter. And I had an ongoing joke that night that I was in the future. I feel like Rip Van Winkle. Like Melbourne had totally changed since I was there last, and it did. It felt like I'd stepped into the future with all it. Because I hadn't been there for 25 years. Yeah.
Yep.
Hadn't been to Melbourne. My city I was born in. I was born in Melbourne. Born and bred Melbourne.
Like Back to the Future?
Well, yeah. I still feel
Am I time traveling right now? God, I wish I could go back to myself in the 80s.
I feel like I've time traveled, and now my time machine's stuck. I'm stuck in.
Baby, I got a time machine in my pants.
Man, dude, you can't believe I ruled the world in the 80s, man.
Machine.
How easy my life was.
Had a shower.
I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
I would leash off my girlfriends.
You go camping. You can go camping anywhere you fucking wanted. Freedom is actually just a belief. To believe you're free is time for yourself, because you're always a slave to something.
I could survive without a job in the 80s, dude. And I lived like a king.
Yeah. Yeah, you just stay at your mum and dad's place in the basement. Nothing.
Or I couch surf. Whatever I had to do.
I did a 6 months of couch surfing.
Couch surfing.
It was fun, actually. It was one of the best times of my life. Me and me Rottweiler homeless, and we were just driving around in my car. It was a lot easier because I had me fucking...
Man. There was times when I just slept in the desert on the ground. No. Great.
I did that maybe 3 times when I was totally drunk and couldn't get back home because I was too.
Wake up with a scorpion in your sleeping bag.
Fall asleep under a tree, My dog next to me, I wake up, a few hours later, going, "Oh, Floyd, get me home, buddy."
Man, I
My
didn't
dog
care.
used to take me home when I was too young.
I didn't consider
I look
myself
back on them
homeless.
days, I'm not proud of me drinking days. Passing out in the fucking back street somewhere with my dog. That's
I
pretty
didn't
shit.
consider myself homeless. I was just
I do.
living on an
I'm
adventure.
homeless now. I call this home. My caravan's me home, but I haven't got the amenities, so I'm classed as homeless. So I might be able to get some help now. I'm homeless. Oh, wow. They wouldn't help me before, the pricks. You got to be part of the NDIS society. Yeah, but I'm not a Freemason. No, it's a medical system we've set up now in Australia where everyone who needs care has to go through the NDIS, if it means transporting you to go shopping. You haven't got a car. But anyway, there's a lot of things I've got to look into to make life easier. I looked at this generator the other day. It's a diesel one. It's about 50 years old. The guy said he hadn't started for a few years. He lives just 2 doors up. Really nice bloke. He's so well set up. And he started it, first pop, started straight away. And excellent. It uses a pint an hour of are you there?
Well, Ken went fucking. He froze up. What the fuck was Ken talking about?
Generator or something. I got the DVD. I was showing the DVD before to Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Yeah. Sweet, yeah. So you're really a big fan, huh?
Yeah, well, that was my brother's. He buys all these DVDs and then he goes, "Oh, I want to get rid of my DVDs or whatever," and he just offloads them to me. So it's good that I got a DVD player.
Do you make copies of them onto like a hard drive or something?
I could, but I don't. It can be done. I just don't have the time. I can't be fucked. But I've got a pretty decent collection of DVDs, like and VHS. I've got the old videos as well. So yeah.
I got a lot of DVDs. I can't really make copies of them either because it's
you can. I think there's a way to make copies.
Software won't allow to do it.
Well, on
copyrighted material, it won't make it.
I don't know. I haven't done that for a while because years ago, my old man used to burn DVDs and CDs, and he was able to get through the copy protection on most of them. But
I can't even download it to my computer.
Okay.
Because
I know if you go on Telegram, there's a movie channel on there that you can download movies, but it's only what movies they've got, so it's very selected. They don't have everything. So, and now everything's on Netflix. You got to have a Netflix subscription to watch stuff. That's how they get you. They
changed a lot. Like if you use Windows or Apple software, it's changed to where you really can't just download videos like you used to be able to. It won't.
Yeah, but even the Netflix, right? It's all this stuff about like watching stuff online. It's so that they can monitor you, and what you're watching and what your favorites are, and what if you like to watch a lot of true crime stuff, it means that you might be into weird stuff, or you're a conspiracy nut job, or you want to take revenge out on someone or whatever. Like they're trying to profile you. If you like, that's why I never got a Netflix subscription. I did go on Paramount once, and that was only to watch the new Beavis and Butthead movie. And then I got that for a month. and then that I just scrapped that. I didn't sign up to it after that. So I just watched it on DVD, or I'm old school. I watched it on DVD, or I download it, or whatever. And you can get some good films on YouTube as well. They still have like some of the old films on there that you can watch. They don't have everything, but get most of the good stuff.
Koala Ken is
Hey.
back.
My battery ran out.
Koala Ken.
Reception is here.
So what do you do? Just plug it in? Plug and play. Gotta love modern technology. But yeah, fuck yeah. What another interesting chat. I'm
I
not
think
sure
Ken froze up again.
everything that we talked about tonight. Yeah. I've enjoyed it. We lost Ken again. Ken froze up. I'm sure he'll be back. We still got a little ways to go here
One last push.
before we wrap it up. Yeah. You know, we got to give our audience their money's worth, right?
What's the prediction? By June? What's going to happen? We're going to go to World War III or what? Are they going to push the button? Or what's going to happen?
We're already in. We've been in World War III for our whole lifetimes.
Yeah.
So it's just another stage of World War III.
I've been watching a lot of that United spot. And they make fun of Joe Biden, and they're just getting funnier and funnier. Like like South Park were years ago. They're just using all these fart jokes and poo jokes, and they got
and like
what's that?
transsexual jokes and I know.
Yeah, but what was Nancy Pelosi? She's coming up. She sounds like Witchy Poo from HR Puff and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if
you're
trying to convince me to go watch South Park again, are you?
What's that?
You're trying to convince me to go watch South Park.
No, but if you want to watch something funny, go subscribe to the United Squad.
United Squad.
Yeah, and Kyle Dunnigan. I think Ken's mentioned that as well. He's been doing a few newer videos now, but I think you have to pay maybe to see most of his other content.
Well, I ain't paying shit to nobody. So
no, I'm not either. But, some of the stuff that he does for free is pretty good. It's pretty funny.
I don't pay a dime for anybody's entertainment. God damn it! I'll keep myself entertained first. No. But yeah, I understand. Some people they deserve to get paid for their content.
Yeah.
I don't get paid for none of mine, so fuck them.
we do it for the love of it.
Not that I deserve to get paid for my content, and I never asked or tried to get paid for my content.
We do it for the love of it. I set up a Patreon
do
account.
It for fun. That's it.
Yeah, I set up a Patreon account, but yeah, I didn't. I wasn't really, obligated for people to pay up or anything. But
it's amazing
that was when I was doing.
People can make money off the internet, YouTube.
Yeah, I was trying to get in on it as well, but it didn't really work out. But whatever. It's I'm only a small channel. I think the other day I had to
make a damn good living on YouTube. I think
I've only got 67 subscribers, so it doesn't bother me. We'll just see it for
the subscribers. Yeah, I lost one subscriber over the last month. So,
Yeah, but I've had all these ghost subscribers. I've had all these like CIA, ASIO subscribers, and they come and go. So
but
I'm
I've been
ASIO
holding pretty steady
so,
for a long time. It's like almost like the cryptocurrency market, just going sideways for,
yeah.
for months and months and months. I don't go up or down. I just go sideways. It's like that in a lot of the markets these days.
Well, I was on this
Is my subscribership
mining.
like the stock market? I don't know.
I was on a mining app for some crypto, right? And I had a look at it I don't know, about a couple of months ago, and my stock was like worth a lot of money. Like it was like I think it was like almost 10 or 20,000. But the problem is there was no way of getting out of it. It was a hard process of getting out of it. And I would have had to, let the tax man know.
Yeah, you just can't win in this world, man.
Yeah, it was very hard to pull it out, right? But I'm just saying that you're probably better off just leaving it in there, and if you're able to get it out on a rainy day situation, then pull it out. But I just think just hodl. If you got cryptos or whatever, just stay put. Don't sell because you're going to sell at a loss. Just wait.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Yeah, well, it took a long time for Bitcoin to fire up. So, look, it took like from 2008 when that started to 2018, it took a good 10 years for it to fire up. So, it's more like a retirement savings fund. You got to remember that. It's
Yeah.
you got to be patient with it.
You just gradually invest into it over time, slowly, little bit, and it all adds up.
But I don't know. It's very confusing what's happening with the banks. We don't even know if cryptos are going to be part of this CBDC shit, And I even got asked from when I was doing my taxes last year that, they noticed that I had cryptos, and they said, would you mind telling us what you have? And I'm like, well, I haven't sold. I told them, I said, just fuck off. I told them to fuck off because I hadn't sold them yet. And I told them the law. I said, I haven't sold them, so fuck off. They never bothered me again.
You only get taxed when you sell.
Yeah. But I think I had to transfer. I was buying them, but you know how you transfer them off the exchange into a private wallet? That's what I was doing. But they must have seen that I did those transactions, and they thought, they probably thought I was trying to money launder or something. And then they when I done my tax return, they noticed, you've noticed you've been buying cryptos, and I'm like, well, and they wanted me to provide a response as to what I did, and I said no. I said that's none of your fucking. I literally wrote FUCK, and there's none of your fucking business, mate. And they never bothered me again. So
nice. Fuck yeah.
You're
the man.
What's that?
I said, you the man, Ozzy.
Yeah. But problem is people, like, when I had that knock on the door from that cop the other day, I wasn't going to answer it. It'd be stupid to answer that because you don't want to, like, you don't want to answer questions.
You don't invite the fucking vampire into your living room.
Yeah.
Right. I hear you.
Everyone's giving up on the grog here. What's happening? Well, it's good that you guys are getting clean finally, but yeah.
What's the grog?
Yeah, grog is like alcohol. That's what we call alcohol. We call it grog. I don't know why.
Like booze or something.
Yeah. Maybe it came from the Abos or something. Maybe it came from the Aborigines. I don't know.
Right. This is a slang term.
Yeah, very slang.
Very slang.
Very slang.
Slanglish.
Yeah, it's very Aussie slang.
We're a big fan of Aussie slang. Love it. Love Aussie slang. It's I think these guys got the best slang in the fucking world.
Yeah, I was reading a book years ago, and I think it was the book about Aussie slang. I actually wrote a book about it, and I was reading, and I just laughed. I was just laughing my head off. I'm like, yeah, we say these things every day.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Our slang in America is boring.
No, it's hard to know. Like because I went over to your neck of the woods a few years ago. If I was to go, if I was to go further inland or smaller towns and all that, and if I actually spoke to the locals or went to a local bar, of course I'm probably going to learn your local slang. But when you're in like Los Angeles and Hollywood and all these touristy places, you don't learn anything. So
it's the same slang that you hear on the internet.
Yeah,
it's
a mixture of Valley Girl and what did they say?
Yeah, the internet has destroyed local slang.
Yeah,
everybody talks the same everywhere now.
Yeah, everyone talks like very. Yeah, but everyone talks very robotic now, and it's kind of annoying.
You're like, whatever, okay. It's like, okay, and she was all, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah, they do that here too.
That's how people talk now.
Yeah, it's like was it Idiocracy? Where he goes, oh, the language kind of fused to Valley Girl meets something else, and when Joe spoke, he kind of sounded faggy.
Yeah. It sounded condescending and faggy to them.
And then they just wanted to fight him.
Like, we just wanted to fucking punch him in the face. Get out of here, you little fag. That's
I like it when they
do the whole movie.
Yeah, I like it when they do. I like it when they do that monster truck thing, and it's like, it's supposed to be like when people go to jail or something, but it's I'm trying to think what it is. The judge calls it something, but it's funny too because it's just everything's just a play on words, isn't it?
Mm.
But it's very subtle. Like you got to really watch the movie.
And I was like, and she was all, and then I just said, whatever.
That whatever came back in the 90s. It was like, you know, even I say like it must be an Australian thing. Is a lot of people do say that, and I do that. I do the same thing.
I was like, and then he was like, and I was all, and then he was like, and I was like, whatever. Go on, girlfriend.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Because the face ain't listening. No one says that anymore. You know, no one says that anymore.
Saying? You see what I'm saying? How people talk nowadays.
You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? How people talk nowadays.
Remember, there's that other movie with Jennifer Aniston. She plays a stripper, and they go to the border, and they We're the Millers. Have you seen that? And I'm just I just had a mental block. We're the Millers.
Yeah, you just had a brain freeze. I've seen that.
Yeah, I had a brain. No, what were we talking about before? Sorry. The someone's gonna have to remind me what I was talking about. But anyway, that movie.
We were talking about how stupid people are nowadays and how stupid they talk.
Oh, you know that guy that on that We're the Millers, right? He dates the daughter, and he's like he shows him his tattoo, and he's like it says no regrets. It's spelt differently. It's misspelt. No regrets is misspelt, and he shows his future father or something like that or whatever. It's your father-in-law. And the guy's like, oh, you seriously have no regrets? And he goes, yeah, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. It's on Idiocracy. It was the language kind of consisted of a mixture of hillbilly and valley girl.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah. And,
Hillbilly and valley girl.
Yeah. And yeah. I'm drinking the Heineken now, my Pyman says. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Ferry trip. That sounds like so much fun to go take a ferry trip to the island to go visit Ken. Well,
oh, you got a free ride, Mad Pyman.
yeah.
That's all right.
How did he get? What, did he win a trip to the island?
Win a trip to French Island. Fuck. I could only imagine that they don't
You win
ever
a trip to French Island.
You know, even in tourists, like we've got like some tourist television shows on our communist TV network, right? And there's a show called Getaway, right? They don't even. I used to watch this show almost every week, right? They never mentioned French Island once, and nobody ever talked about it. And everyone said, "Oh, no one lives there. It's just a nature preserve. Go back to sleep." You know. So, but now, it's like I remember going to the beach at Hastings about 20 years ago, and my uncle used to live there, and I said, "Oh, what's that island over there?" And he goes, "Oh, that's French Island. No one lives there. It's just the nature preserve."
Sounds like interesting, like a salt flat, but there's like
But you can see it from the mainland. It's not like it. You can actually see the heads from the mainland. So it's
are there
not
like any mountains sticking up out of the ocean?
It kind of looks like a mountain from Hastings, because Hastings is like a town on Western Port Bay. It's just off the bay.
Uh-huh.
And,
there's got to be some kind of mountain sticking up out of the ocean to make an island.
I'd say it'd be some sort of volcanic thing or whatever, or water came around and created an island. I'm not sure, so I don't know. Or it was a low-lying area that's, and just flooded, and that's how it became an island. I don't know. Not too sure.
Yeah, who knows? Only the geologists know for sure.
Yeah, but I've always thought that it was that no one lived there. So to have this revelation that some people actually live there is a bit of an eye-opening experience, because none of the travel shows mention it. It's never mentioned on the news. You don't even hear about it. And I'm thinking, why don't you ever hear about it? You always hear about Phillip Island, because Phillip Island's another island, but it's got it's more like a holiday destination. But it's not landlocked. There's a bridge, so you can drive over it. You don't have to get a ferry across.
Mm.
So
yeah, that's
Phillip Island. What's that?
That's the difference of French Island. There's no bridge.
Yeah, they could build a bridge, but
I'm sure they could.
But then it may flood a lot of people in there, and there might
probably just not a good. It's probably just not a sensible idea to build a bridge there at this point.
Yeah, there's no point, because there's not much trade. There's not much. If it was not
many resources they're interested in. Or like a main way to get it through, like travel wise. or any of those
But
kind of reasons.
there's no point. There's no point anyway because there's probably only 100 people that live on the island. So there's
101 people live here now. Wow.
Yeah.
101. That's a pretty big island. So yeah, it's pretty sparsely populated. I find it interesting because it's so close to the city.
Yeah.
It's really close to the giant, looks like Melbourne metropolitan area. It looks pretty big.
Yeah, I'm to the west of. If you're looking on the map, I'm to the west of the Melbourne metropolitan area, so I'm further out of west. So I'm in the burbs, in the suburbs.
Yeah, I haven't really looked too much at Melbourne on the map or nothing. Yeah, I'd have to look a little more, see what it actually looks
It's a
like.
great city. It's just I'm just disappointed by the people. Like people are just fucking stupid. Not all. Like there's a few pockets of us that are switched on. Like
Well, yeah, people are stupid everywhere. That's a given. As far as I know, everywhere I go, people are really mostly stupid, and you can't talk to them. You can't try to. They don't want to know the truth. They just love living in their state of ignorance.
I like that. I like that Walmart greeter from. I'm doing all these quotes from the movie Idiocracy. Like, welcome to Costco. I love you. Was it Walmart? I think it was Costco. But it's funny. Hyman was saying this last week. We've got Costco now, right? Yeah. But we also have Taco Bell and what's that burger joint? What's that burger joint?
Macca's.
Not Macca's. The other one off that movie.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Yeah. Your child has been detained from Carl's Jr. You're a bad parent. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Your children will be confiscated. Yeah. It's fucking interesting.
Yeah, but it's funny how they in the last several years that they've started putting Carl's Jr. everywhere. Like even our town, we've already got a Carl's Jr. But I think they're putting up that other taco joint. I don't know if you get it. I think it's Guzman and Gomez or something. Guzman and Gomez. They're like, I think they're another taco joint. So they're building all these new burger restaurants and taco joints from America here. So every second burger joint, or just about every burger joint is an American burger joint here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Extra big ass fries.
Extra big ass fries. Now with
more molecules.
Now with more molecules.
It's just so, man, that movie was so good.
Extra molecules.
I watch it all the time. I do. Yeah, you think that's funny?
I'm just reading the comments here.
You watch Idiocracy over and over and over again? Yes, I do. I learn something new from it every time. Extra big ass fries.
Extra
big ass fries. My children are starving to death. Dang it. Your children are starving.
You're an unfit mother.
You're an unfit mother. Your children will be confiscated by Carlos Jr. Carlos Jr., fuck you, I'm eating.
Fuck you, I'm eating.
It was kind of like foreshadowing artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah, well, that's probably why all these burger restaurants, they make them like really small. They look really square, and there's no
drive through. They don't want people interacting with each other.
There's no like McDonald's. I think we've got one here where I live. They still have the playground, but Hungry Jack's used to have a playground. They got rid of that. all these restaurants used to have lace in it, right? Because I think years ago, by law, they had to, because their food was that bad that their food was considered as snack food or sugar, in laden food, that it was actually considered a dessert. So they needed the kids to burn it off so they wouldn't complain about not being healthy or whatever. So
it's interesting how our McDonald's has changed since 2020. We all know what happened, right? And then now it's all changed where you go in there, all the restrooms are fucking locked. You have to go in there.
Not here. Like, all the restrooms here are not too bad. Like, they don't lock them.
All the restrooms are locked, and you're more expected to have kiosks, right? Where you can go up and order your food from a screen.
Yeah.
And swipe your card right there.
Yeah, I refuse
and
to.
you don't have to go to the counter and talk to a person, right? You just go up to this screen and type in your order and swipe your card, and then your order comes up.
I refuse to do that, right? And like, I even tell the person that that's serving me, I said, I don't know how to use this computer. I don't want to know how to use it, and it's putting you out of a job. So help me with my order, like it's $19.99.
Yeah, that's what I don't use the fucking kiosk.
Otherwise, I'll be going someplace else, and they do. But it's like, the people that work there, they pretty much just do nothing there anyway.
Well, most of the people use the kiosk to come in, right? Most of the general public, they've been trained to use the kiosk.
Yeah,
and they're used to it. They're used to it, and that's what they do.
Yep.
They go right up to the kiosk and order their food, and then it comes out.
I don't go to McDonald's. The other day.
It's not just McDonald's, it's other fast food joints.
Yeah, but it's like, I remember the other day I went to Subway, right? And at least you're talking to someone there, right? And you get a pretty decent feed, Like, I was only going to go to Burger King, or we call it Hungry Jack's here, right? But because I was stuck in traffic, right? And it was just crazy. Like, I was working that day. I was on the way home. The traffic was bad, and I was starving. I hadn't eaten lunch or anything, and and I was just in a really grumpy mood, and I was just literally, I was just, I just, when you're really hungry, you just it's called hangry. I was just really hangry.
Hangry. I haven't heard that term.
Yeah.
But we're hearing it more.
I give you permission to use it.
Worse.
It might, things are going to get worse, and a lot of people are going to get
There's going to be a lot more hangry people.
Angry people, yeah. That's the zombie apocalypse they've been talking about. Yeah. It's hungry people.
It's no joke. It's no joke, man. It's for reals. People are going to start
those zombie movies were real.
It's looking like, things are getting bad. Just look at the price of food every day.
Even that movie, Human Centipede. I don't know if you've seen the Human Centipede. I was watching the third one the other day. It's disgusting, but it's like, that's real life. They're literally forcing. It's basically forcing a medical experiment onto someone or onto a group of people. And it's funny how the number 3 is set in a prison.
The Human Centipede.
Yeah, the Human Centipede, the Human Centipede. Yeah, but I was watching it that movie the other day. I was rewatching it, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm thinking that's what they done to us. That movie was a prediction. They forced a medical experiment onto us, and we live in an open air prison.
It was predictive programming.
Yeah, but that was a documentary, that film too. All these films are documentaries. As with Idiocracy.
Creepy,
Idiocracy is the best one.
Now, how long ago did that movie come out?
I don't know, about 10 years ago, maybe.
Wow.
I can't remember.
Holy shit, man.
We're
at the 3-hour mark here, I think.
Wyman was just gone sick.
We're gonna
Pyman's
do
saying
something crazy here. We're going into overtime.
Pyman says they forced us to eat shit.
Yeah. For those of my viewers who know, I only go 3 hours, but I think we're gonna go for an extra half hour tonight.
Oh,
There's so many
it's up
people
to you.
here.
Totally up to you.
We're having such a good chat. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
I'll do my best.
What the hell are we talking about?
Hangry people.
Oh,
Angry
people.
No, we're talking about the human centipede.
Oh, the human sense iPad. Yes, that was fucked up.
That was I'm going to sew his ass to your anus to your mouth. And he talked in like a real German accent.
That's what it was, man. Such a disgusting, I remember looking at that when it first came out, and I was like, damn.
Lips to assholes to lips.
It was such a disgusting fucking concept, man. Like, how do they come up with that shit?
I think Rotten Tomatoes voted that was one of the worst films ever. But all these the Rotten Tomato films that they rate really badly. They're the ones. They're the films that you should.
Their character.
Yeah, they're the ones that you should be watching. Those films, like the bad rated films. They're the ones that you should be.
You know what's interesting is, that episode was about Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah, the centipede.
And he fucking he died right shortly after that. I think he was at the age of 55 when he died or something.
Yeah, I think that was like 10 years ago or something.
Fucking young. I think he died in like 2011.
Yeah,
he was only like 55 years old.
Yeah, there's the number again, 55, the Freemason number.
Or something like that. He was right around that, my age, pretty much.
Yeah.
And oh, damn, I gave my age away. Damn it. But, other people that think I was still in my 40s or something. And I could pass for it, though, man. I could run circles around a lot of guys in their 40s. And, a lot of guys in their 40s can't fucking compete with me. I'm just saying.
Well, that's like me. I just say, well, I can't help that. I've been vaccinated and I'm a millennial.
And I'm just so much better than I was when I was in my 40s. So many ways. And in a lot of ways, I'm not better. That's life, right? It's a paradox.
I was watching. There's a show called Housos. It's on Australian TV, but it's just a comedy that's sent up on low income people and like the bogans or the what you'd call rednecks here, right? And this woman that's on there, she gets locked up with her mum in jail. They go to jail, and she goes, "Oh, where's my fucking weed? I got anxieties, mum. I don't have my fucking weed." It's funny.
Yeah, that is funny because people need weed, dude. Trust me, it's no joke.
Yeah,
a lot of people really fucking need weed. If they go without it, they'll fucking freak the fuck out. Like,
if you want to watch a good Aussie comedy, go watch Housos. 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 That's a funny show. I think it's on YouTube. I think you can download like season 4 or something. It's pretty funny.
There's Davey and Jason coming studio. But
you might have to put another link up. But we've only got, was it 3:02 mark? We're on the 3:02 mark. 28 minutes.
There's no, it's flexible, man. We're just going overtime tonight. as long as
But how much does StreamYard give you? Do they give you like so many hours, or what's the go with that?
I don't know. I just having trouble posting the link there. But no, I only do the one live stream a week, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably not really like a lot of other people probably go through their live stream limit or whatever pretty quick. I don't. I've found that a lot of other people don't really do live streams as much anymore. I don't know. Maybe they've gone back to work. I don't know what's going on, but they can't be bothered. Well, they've said what they needed to say, and that's it. I don't know.
Maybe the fad is worn off.
Yeah, a lot of these channels they're all been abandoned. No one like they're either just been taken off or they've just given up, or a lot of other people are saying the same shit. So there's really no point in going any further with it. And everyone's back at work now anyway. Everyone's
got the link up again. But yeah, we're here for a little while longer. We thought every once in a while we'll go overtime.
Why not?
Hey, Eric Salveson just stopped by.
Yeah, Eric, yes. What's up, Rasta?
Yeah. But, yeah, what a crazy week, huh?
It's gonna get even more crazier.
I was supposed to have a dentist appointment this week, but I showed up late, so I had to reschedule. So at least I didn't get waterboarded this week.
I remember doing that last dentist appointment. I think I rocked up late, and they I think I had to book it another time.
Or guest here. The pie man in the house.
Hey.
Is he frozen up?
I think you're frozen, Mad Pieman.
We got a frozen Mad Pieman. I have to thaw his ass out. Put him in the microwave.
He's the freezer geezer.
The freezer geezer.
From The Simpsons.
I'm back. I've got my phone charging on the generator over there.
Ken, while I can is back. Wow.
And man, Piper, yo, the whole game. No,
There's not enough memory. The computer's struggling.
Marathon. Oh, now the Mad Pieman's back.
I think you're gonna have two more.
Freezing up again for it.
Hey, Glenn, Pieman. Oh,
he's on the
yeah,
beers. Get on the beers.
Get on.
Yeah.
I'm on the.
Get on all the beers.
I'm only gonna have it. I'm just gonna have a few.
Hey, yes.
I think I might have one.
Pieman,
It's getting a bit warm.
I got this speaker thing working. Pieman. Works good. I had to turn it off because in studio. That's what we found. But besides that, yeah, it works great. I've got Davey Russell's to sort it out for me. But I can't get Google Maps. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Am I the only one here? Yes, here we are. There's my TARDIS over there. You know. Annie's in the bush there. She hasn't moved since we come back. It's really fucked today.
It's your microphone, man. Your microphone. How is it?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Kind of like going in and out in the audio.
What, me?
Yeah.
I can hear.
Oh.
But are you guys getting good audio from Ken?
Yeah, I can hear him. It's maybe it's
I turned
Maybe
off
it's
the Bluetooth. again.
Priman frozen up again.
Hyman's froze up.
Frozen in time again.
Yeah, see, we're having all kinds of issues on the stream, but hey, what the hell? We're having fun.
Trouble
I'll
with
turn
the
my camera
computer.
off. Hang on.
Trouble
Is
with the
that
computer.
Can you guys hear me? I don't know.
Yeah.
I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Vaguely.
I'm
I
having a hard.
just
I
blocked
can,
out a bit.
you know, Ken's kind of shaky.
Hyman's got the
Hyman's
wheels spinning.
frozen up.
Anyone
Hyman-
hear me? There's a tsunami coming.
disappeared. And he's back. No,
Yeah, you're
Ken's frozen.
Oh,
And I'll see if I can turn off my cam.
We're having slight technical
Alright, am I here?
difficulties in this stream.
If I
can
turn
hear.
off my cam, will it work? Try
Hello? Glenn?
Hello.
I can hear.
am I here? Can you hear?
Hey,
I can just
yeah.
hear you, Hyman.
No, I can hear you good.
Wow.
Can you,
How the hell
Yeah.
does that
you
work?
just hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that's weird.
They don't want us to see each other.
Get my voice out. That's all right.
Satan
Yeah.
Klaus doesn't want us to. Kill
Yeah,
Gates doesn't
we're
want us to
blocked.
see each other.
We've been screwed. We've been screwed.
Man.
We've been terminated, excommunicated.
Brilliant, Ozzy. Did you figure that out?
Oh yeah,
We're not
it's the
gonna-
same in the memory. Same
We've
in the
been
computer
fucked with
memory.
We've been fucked
Wow.
with the cunt kick.
All right.
You will eat the
On
shit
that, on that
internet
note,
connection, and you will be happy.
You eat the buds, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a YouTube video the other day. It was great. It was this young girl. She got up and she did it really fun, big speed, but it was totally about the right thing. Bloody hell, she was totally mocking. And she was just talking about these smart cities, how they're going to fuck us up. And how dare you? How dare you give us 15 minutes in a zone?
How dare you?
This girl was about 12, you know.
Stolen my childhood.
I forgot where it was. I think it was on Max Egan or Egan. I'll say Egan. I say Egan.
Max Eigen.
I,
Is it
I
Egan
say
or Egan?
Egan, and everyone says it's Egan. Where's the E? Don't see a fucking E. It's Egan.
Okay.
I don't care what Max says. It's Egan. And we'll have a punch up over it. Nah, mate.
Can't keep going in and out once again. Something about Max Egan is Eigen or
And he's back again.
It's been
Ken,
pretty
Ken.
good. Yeah, came clear.
Mayday, mayday.
Enterprise. Come in.
come in.
We've got a ruptured fucking war here, and the ship's about to blow. I need communications.
Yeah.
Scotty,
You're drifting out, man. You're drifting out.
I'm giving it all I got.
Sounds like you're trying to
I'm
put out a
giving it
mayday.
all I got.
Mayday, mayday,
I
mayday.
can't give her any more, Captain. She's gonna blow.
We need more trilithium to the warp core, please.
Give her those, she's
Can't
go-
give her a warp speed. She's gonna fall apart.
Down empty them
Look,
crystal.
Captain, I'm giving it all I got. I'm even fucking the mortar.
How cool was this Star Trek when we were kids?
I just watched Star Trek. The first generation. Watched the whole first season. I got all the video DVDs.
But what do you think about the concept that they can,
That's
that
all
they
I
can
got to
cruise
watch
across,
DVDs.
you know, the galaxy using nothing but fucking basically nuclear fusion energy, right?
Yeah, I'm still waiting
Yeah.
for Alex to just destroy the planet. Fuck the Darwin.
Like they had the dilithium crystal in the Starship Enterprise, right? And it created all the energy it needed to travel across the fucking
An
galaxy.
unlimited energy source.
The
I'm trying to
dilithium
find
crystal.
Never-ending supply of free energy.
Anyone seen any
Yeah.
Quantanium around? I can't seem to find any.
Quantanium.
Yeah.
Unobtainium is hard to find.
Yeah, it's like, what do you think? What do you think about nuclear submarines?
I think they hold secret meetings in nuclear submarines. That's all I can say.
You think it's they truly have nuclear? That they're a real thing? That these things run they have a nuclear power plant on board the submarine?
I used to-
That sucker's nuclear?
Yeah, it's
It has its own nuclear power plant, so it can stay underwater indefinitely.
yeah, they're diesels, man.
It's not diesel; it runs
They're
off
diesel.
nuclear energy. A nuclear
Yeah, cool.
submarine. What do you think?
Hmm.
Jason says don't exist.
Nukes, man. Nuke powered.
Look what's going on here. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh.
Few chemtrails, but not enough.
It's almost like the idea of the Starship Enterprise. It runs
Joe
on
Dirt says, I think they
nuclear
crossed
energy,
the
basically. But basically, like the Starship Enterprise kind of runs on like the same energy of the sun.
Cross streams.
You know,
They cross the streams. Don't ever cross the stream.
I guess that's the idea of the Starship Enterprise in Star Trek. Was they harness the the ability
They
of the
harness
sun.
the energy. They harness the energy of a giant burning ball of farts.
Yeah,
No, that's
power their fucking their
That's incorrect.
Starship.
That's not how it works in Star Trek. No.
But
They can
they
draw
have-
energy from the sun. It's fucking. No, actually, they don't. No, they don't. It
I
was
used to love watching that show when I was a kid. You know,
I still like it.
yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, but yeah, it was great.
Look,
You know,
Eric, you got to watch Discovery. You'll love it. It's like
this guy-
it's so up to date with times, and you see lots of guys kissing and lots of women kissing,
I
and
also liked watching the Twilight
Let's
Let's
Zone.
go to light
lots
speed.
of guys kissing.
We are in the Twilight Zone.
That was one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
The Twilight Zone. Probably
Yeah.
my favorite television show of all time.
It's
Twilight
I'm
Zone.
very woke now. You know, like the main woman in the show, there's nothing she can't do. She's God. It turns out her mother was God. Yeah. Captain Barnum. Oh God, there's nothing she can't do. So there is absolutely no challenge. So the show's
Imagine.
everyone hated it. And they only went for 3 seasons. I mean, that's the shortest season ever of Star Trek. But Brave New World, oh, I love the great show. They're really dedicated.
These shows were telling us a lot about true reality. You know, the Star Trek was telling us about our modern technology back in the 70s. You know, and the technology they had on Star Trek is nothing compared to the technology we have today.
Star Trek come out in
But in the 70s, it seemed like really high tech,
The
right?
60s. 60s, yeah.
60s, 70s, when Star Trek. But when I watched
They
it
come
as
out
a
in the
kid in the
60s, man.
70s,
The show that her mom and dad just keep making.
it
I
even
remember
seemed
when it
kind of
first
old
come on
school.
TV.
Yeah, I used to watch the old ones on TV.
Yeah, the original. And then
Yeah, used to love it.
there's really good shows starting. And Doctor Who.
Jason says Alfred Hitchcock hour.
Yeah,
No,
that's
kinda
a
like
great
that
show.
Twilight Zone.
I watched that old show a few years back. I loved it. It's just so dark. You know, the 50s. It's fantastic. I love seeing
didn't hear.
a lot of great actors come from that show. Like,
Now, Star Trek came out at the same time as they were pushing going to space
Ah,
It's like,
that's true.
We're going to go
Hyman
to
says.
the moon. You know?
Back during the moon missions.
That's what it was all. That's what it was all about.
Ah, good point.
Yeah. The same time that was happening.
I don't know why I really enjoyed watching it as a kid because there was nothing better on
So
TV,
people,
and that's all we had.
already could picture it in their mind because they've been watching the movies. Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, that's all we had was like 13 channels
Conditioning.
of shit. It's like the Pink Floyd song.
Like when I grew up, man, I
13
only had
channels of shit on the TV to choose from. That's all we had. And
when I grew up, man, there was
Star
only two
Trek came
channels.
on.
And then two channels became three. And it was only three for a long time, man, where I lived. And then when I moved to Melbourne, it was like, fuck, I don't know, six channels, I think.
Yeah, I was the
And
same.
now we got like it was like 80 or 90 free-to-air channels now.
Yeah, I lived in the country. We only got the
some shit like
ABC. We got ABC and one other channel. That was it. And
one commercial
you
station.
could live in certain areas and you get the Melbourne channels. And it was like, oh wow, look, we've got Melbourne channels. There was four channels, four main channels: ABC, 7, 9, and 10.
7, 9, and 10.
Yeah, that was it. For years, same in England.
I grew up in the suburbs of Los Angeles. So yeah, we got every channel known to man.
I couldn't believe how many channels America had, in the old days. Oh, what the fuck?
We were fucking enveloped with too much television. Now, we see what it is. Yeah. But back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and 90s and shit, people didn't understand like we do today.
You had cable TV way before we did. We didn't get it until the 90s.
I never, I always lived kind of on the outskirts of reality or, of modern technology. So we didn't necessarily have, the cable TV when all the other kids did. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So back when I was a kid, we had like 13 channels of shit.
Yeah.
That you could get without cable.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends had cable. I'd go over to their house.
Unless you knew how to get free cable.
And then, as time went on, everybody started to get cable. It became just, you had to have cable or you wouldn't get shit. Yeah. And so, but I remember before at a time when no one had cable and the transition from no one having cable to everyone having cable. And then everyone having cable now to everyone has the internet and wireless communication.
That's right. And now no one's got cable.
Yeah, no one needs cable anymore because they have the internet. So that's the stage we're in now.
Everyone's got streaming services. They got Netflix or fucking some shit like that. Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to see at my age to see how the whole thing, evolved over my lifetime, right?
Yeah.
From black and white television. From having black and white TV when I was a little kid.
Video shop. Civic Video.
Yeah.
Lachlan's the video.
If you wanted some porn, you had to have it on fucking VHS.
That's it. That's right.
That was a high tech in them days.
Yeah.
And how fast it evolved.
That's when they added rewind to video players, man.
Yeah, that was the state of the art for a long time. And porn and home video, for watching movies and stuff for quite a while before the DVD came out, right? And then the DVD came out like in the 90s. That was a good format for a long time. You get movies on DVD and stuff. And I still got a lot of DVD collection. And then, and now it's just you download movies off the internet, or or you just watch streaming movies. Nobody really has a movie collection anymore, you know, because you don't need it. You just stream movies off the internet now. But it's
Anyone
nice to
know
have
what this
hard
is?
copies of movies.
Anyone know what this is?
It's a warning on the back of a computer,
No,
or a screen.
no. I'll give you another one.
Oh, Super Mario Brothers.
Over here, man, like Super Nintendo.
A Nintendo.
Nice.
Super Nintendo,
So,
man. Yeah, I just
It's
a normal
old.
Nintendo.
Oh, just a
The
normal
original
one. Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting to
always
see
had a
how
Super
the
Nintendo.
how the whole
That was
technology
the shit back in the
advanced
day.
to where it is today. From when I was a young kid, all we had was black and white TV.
Yeah.
And I remember we got a color TV.
Yeah, I had that too, man. But
Still quite a few people had black and white
Yeah.
TVs in the 70s, and then
I
went
got my-
all color in the 80s.
when I got my first place,
Yeah.
man, I had a black and white TV because I couldn't afford to buy a color one. Man.
And I remember we got our first TV Pong game.
Yep.
That was a big Kunta Kinde.
Yeah, I remember that, man.
It was Kunta Kinde. Yeah, your first TV Pong game you got, and then it kind of evolved to the first like in television and Atari video games.
You
Yeah,
know, that
Atari, yeah.
TV
That was the
very
first one.
groups, you know, when I wrote that. Kunti Kendi.
And that all evolved into the modern day video game consoles that we have today. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I used to love those ping pong games.
If
You
you just
know,
look at the the evolution of this fucking technology.
it just fucking blows me mind every fucking day. I go, they can't come up with that now.
But on
They
the
got
other
three
That's the
hand,
best we can do. Blip, bloop.
3D
Bleep, bleep,
pictures, I mean,
what's next? Now the new thing is, I guess nowadays the new thing is total virtual reality.
yeah. See how real they can make something fake look.
How real they can make fake look and feel. Yeah, but it's still
It's so real.
still
It looks
fucking not
fake,
real.
Elon said.
it's
Elon
it's
said that.
amazing what the lengths people go to simulate a false
Shut
reality.
up, man. I'm beaten.
Hey, shut up.
I'm
Seems
beat.
like people
One
go to a lot of
small
extreme
step for
to
mankind.
create
One
a virtual reality. That's what it's all about, creating a fake ass virtual
Shut up,
reality.
man. I'm watching Ow My Balls.
Next on Ow My Balls.
He interrupted me when I was watching out my house. That's not cool.
That's not cool.
It's not cool, man.
Wait, you're defending him?
I'm Kunda. Anyone want some wisdom?
Yeah, and he smashed. They kept
Oh, my God,
accusing him. He kept accusing him of smashing his house, even though he was just part of a garbage
Come on,
avalanche.
man. What are you doing in my lounge
Garbage
room, man?
avalanche.
You fucked up my
Get the fuck outta here.
apartment.
You fucked up my house, man.
Like it was his
Get
fault.
the fuck out of here.
And he was part of a garbage avalanche.
The garbage avalanche of 2505.
I'd be like, fuck you, dude. I didn't fuck your house up. I was part of a garbage avalanche.
Hey, Pyman,
sakes.
while you're there, how's Elgo going and Smurfer Girl and all those others I know, Luna and.
Yeah,
the
Elgo's
whole
still
reason-
making video.
the whole
live
reason-
I
streams.
really miss all those dudes. I really miss Smurfer. We have good talks, you know.
Yeah.
And
I'll feel
I
I'm feeling
can't
you,
think
man,
of cat.
really.
Eric's the only stream I've been able to catch since I've been here.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Now,
They don't notify me
Yeah.
of shit, you know. I just know what time Eric's going to be on.
But yeah, I think on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man. It's been,
Okay.
it was kick-ass.
This
I'm
note-
glad I did the extra half hour tonight.
Yeah. Good.
Glad
Good show.
everybody. Yeah, that last half hour kicked ass, man. Fucking love you guys.
I'm about to
Excellent.
play some Pac-Man.
All right. We'll see you next week. Love you guys.
All right. See you guys.
Good night.